So, Nickoleen, how do you teach your children how to follow the Spirit?
I'm really deliberate. And so we, of course, talk about the Spirit in all things. We will recognize the Spirit in the home. So when we feel the Spirit, we stop and you feel that, that's the Spirit. I also teach my children to pray, to understand the language of the Spirit. So we talk about it as a language that needs to be understood. And we stop all activity in our home if the Spirit is not felt. So I stop everything, and then we go back to praying and singing to invite the Spirit again and fix whatever went wrong.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, because if you don't have that there, what's the difference from learning anywhere else?
Yeah.
You know, that's the most important. But I also teach my children personally to seek revelation, and they have to know the language of the Spirit then. They have to know how it communicates with them. So they have to go in prayer and ask the Lord to bless them with what it feels like with confirmation of the Spirit, what it feels like when the answer is yes. And to bless them with confirmation of the Spirit, what it feels like when the answer is no. And learn what that feels like for them. So that then when they go to the Lord with a decision, they can ask for confirmation of the Spirit. So just recently, my son got home from his mission, and I mean, we're talking days. Before he got home, I was like submitting applications to all these colleges because we didn't know where he was going to go. And he's like midway through. He's a junior. There's some specifics that he wants. So we're applying all these places around the country. And he comes home. We end up having a conversation, going over all of it. We went through a kind of a formula for how to pick the college that's right for you that I learned from Diane Jepson, my good friend, and a fabulous thing. And so we went through this, and then he said, "Okay, I think I already have a pretty good idea. I think the Spirit has already kind of told me, but I'll check it. I'll let you know tomorrow." I said, "Okay." So it's like no waiting. Like he just goes, he checks it, he lets me know. So I say to him yesterday, "So, what is it?" He's like, "Oh yeah, this is the school." Da, 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 da. And, yep, I was right. I was feeling it as we were talking about the different things, and that's how it was. And so they know exactly how the Lord is telling them when something is right and when something is wrong, which is so important in our day of misrepresentations. There's almost nothing more important to teach your children than how to feel the Spirit. And I'm just going to say that as a blanket statement. I don't care if they can't read. If they know how God talks to them, that's important. Because there's a lot of people, in the New Age era, there's a whole different type of a belief system. It's called cosmic humanism. And this particular type of belief system, everybody says, "Oh, God told me this, and God told me this, and this, and I want this because God told me." And I gotta tell you, to them, even God isn't fully God. God is them. I wanted this, so I'm God. And that's in the cosmic humanist. So we could be hearing about God all the time from people that we know and care about, and it might not be really God. That's called a counterfeit. There's counterfeits for everything. There's counterfeits for all the truths. And so you have to be so careful. Of what you will accept. And the children have got to know there's counterfeits to every power. And they are promoted as ultimate truths in our society today. And we've got to be careful.
Thank you.